Welcome to Knights of the Round Table podcast.
Where's the round table?
It's right over there. In today's episode, we are going to start it off with a pretty risky would you rather question. That's what Alex said, correct?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
We don't know the question, by the way. We have no clue.
I saw this on a YouTube video and I was like, I actually have to bring this up on the podcast because, dude, the person, it was somebody asked a would you rather question on Omegle to some random stranger.
Okay.
And they truthfully could not answer it.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Should we give $20 to whoever answers it?
This is gonna be for Aaron and Donnie.
No.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Would you rather slowly cook your animals and then eat them or kill one parent?
That's not the craziest one. That's not the worst question I've ever heard.
I just say that because it's like,
it's
dude,
a terrible question.
It's your
but,
animals.
Like, it didn't throw me off.
You know what's funny is like the part of that would you rather that doesn't scare me is like the killing your parent part. It's the killing the animals and you're like,
can we wait? I don't want to do this, but can we wait until they die of natural causes?
The parents?
No,
the animals.
You have to slowly cook them.
Absolutely not. I would kill my parent.
I knew Donnie was gonna say that.
Which one?
I'm not answering that one.
Yeah, don't answer that one. But so Donnie says parent. You obviously don't.
You want to watch Buddy?
You would are you being for real right now though?
Woody?
No,
like,
yeah.
Like on God, you would rather kill your.
I would
parent.
kill 100 dogs before I kill my. I would kill 100 dogs before I kill my mom.
No, I would never. Look at that little bee.
I would slaughter.
Preston, you don't have to answer that. You don't have to say that.
I could never. She's so cute, and watching it happen.
But okay, now
you would
let's
have
say
to
this,
kill your parent.
I'll hire a hitman.
If your dog.
What?
Okay, what's it? Dang it, that could have been a funny joke, but I forgot his name. What's the?
Joe Exotic.
God damn it. No, but imagine if you could talk to Maggie. What would Maggie want you to do?
Kill my mom.
Does she not like your
Are
mom?
you serious?
As a dog, I feel like she would be like, kill me, mom.
No,
Cook me.
I feel like as a dog, she'd be like, you're not with her. You never see her.
As a dog, wait, is Maggie like loyal to your family?
Maggie is loyal to me.
I couldn't do either.
That is my child. She's my emotional support animal.
That's
not
crazy.
clinically.
Do your parents
You
listen
said
to
you
this
lied about
podcast?
that.
Do your parents listen to this podcast?
Sorry, Mom. I love
Do
you.
they listen to this?
So
I'm
it's the
just
mom.
saying.
It's the mom.
It is the mother.
But my dad doesn't watch it. That's why.
Bye, mommy.
Yikes.
I'm just saying.
You should have said sorry, Dad. Then see, then nothing happened.
Sorry, parent would have been.
Sorry, Dad.
No, you already screwed it up.
No, okay, but I'm just saying, like,
No.
you can't.
Your mom's already.
You have no idea. When Maggie passes away from natural causes, I am going to actually go into the darkest hole in the world because that is my child.
Well, she's a dog.
Eventually, you have to get over
my
it.
child.
This is your life.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Like that's a terrible thing to lose.
I don't care.
It's not
I don't
like
care.
losing a phone.
I could never live the rest of my life knowing I cooked and ate my dog.
See, okay, that's the thing that you don't think about. It's what happens after you do it.
Could you live the rest of your life knowing that you killed a parent?
I can't.
That's a hard question.
It's definitely not. If I could choose, honestly, none. But I mean, if I had to choose between, like, if you were forcing me to pick with a gun to my head, as I feel like Alex is doing now, you can't see the gun though.
This is such a rough beginning of the podcast.
I'm just saying, for the viewers who are just listening, there is a gun to my head. I'm being held against my will.
There's no weapon visible.
But I'm just saying.
Watch this on
I
YouTube.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do either, but you know, Maggie's my kid.
See, I could do one or the other. I'm just not going to tell you which one. If it was like a dog that was my brother that I've had for 15 years and a random human that I don't know, I'd still pick the human. I'm not joking.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The dog's going to die soon. It's 15 years old.
Oh, you know what I mean. Like, okay.
But
a dog that's been with me for 3
would
years.
never. If it was like, oh, your dog's going to die because your dog's already sick and like it's going to die soon, I would never cook it. I would literally.
So if Maggie was going to die tomorrow, you would still kill your parent. If Maggie was going to die tomorrow,
guaranteed,
and you know it, would you still cook
still
Maggie and then eat him?
I would kill her prior. I would not do it alive.
That's not an option.
I don't care if it's not an option.
Wait, prior means before, I think, right?
I would kill her prior.
You would kill
her
it
and then cook it.
I'd peacefully, if I had to, when she was going to die the next day, I would peacefully put her down, love her, make sure she had the best day of her life before, and then for lack of survival during this quarantine, that is what I would do.
By the way, you guys, if you have any like seasoning ideas you could do with animals,
no!
let us know down below in the comments.
I hate this. Can we move on? I actually hate this.
You know what we haven't done? You know what we haven't done is be sure to like this video, subscribe if you have not already. Also, RyzaClothing.com.
Yes, right.
It'll be on our screen this time.
Yeah, we deserve it, right?
They get the link.
They could link this time. They could do all the promo this time.
It's us.
Spell the word.
Okay, I also just wanted to bring this up. I saw a TikTok and I was like, this is so relatable. Is this relatable when your hand, like your palm, is itchy and like you can't get the right itch?
Yes, and you have to.
Yeah.
You have to
Dude, yes!
I didn't even see that, but I know exactly.
Oh my gosh. Aaron, do you do that?
Like use your teeth
Yeah.
for hand itches.
Have you guys
Yes.
ever scratched your ankle to the point where you
Not a
cannot
good
stop
idea.
scratching it because it feels so freaking good, and you're like, this is
It lasts for
concerning.
about
Yes,
2
actually.
seconds.
Yeah,
and
and
then
you're
it
like,
starts
ow,
bleeding.
ow.
And, like, hurts.
Have you guys
like
ever
scratching
been?
your ankle or something like that.
Have you guys ever been so itchy that you itched for literally 24 years of your life and you could
Oh.
never stop because that's just what your life is because you have eczema and it's horrible?
I personally haven't. Who
I
has?
have.
Raise
I
your hand
can't
if you
relate to
have.
that.
Well,
I have.
Aaron's like, hey.
You know what's a giant pet peeve of
Yes.
mine that's just so like
what?
I can't? When
What
the
can you-
insides of my knees get sweaty.
Dude, okay.
It's gross.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say we would rather be super hot. I mean, no, super cold and get warm rather than get super hot and get
Yes.
cold.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because you can always get like a blanket or a heater, but when you're hot, it's like almost impossible. Like today, I was standing in front of the fan and I was like, it's blowing hot air. It's blowing hot air. Like I could
ugh.
not. I couldn't.
I've never met anyone that would rather be hot and get cold.
And like
than
if
cold
you
and get
burned,
hot.
if you burn from fire to like if it burns you alive, it hurts. But if you freeze, like
You're like,
it just peaceful. You just go
You know,
to
it's
sleep.
weird. I was just talking about this with someone. I think it was Hannah actually. We were watching like a movie.
Would you rather burn to death or freeze to death?
Okay, like actually, it was that question, wasn't it?
Freeze.
Yeah, it was that question. And we were thinking, it's like, dude, what if, like, as everyone says, freeze to death, right? You don't want
Mhm.
to burn alive. But I wonder if, like, freezing to death is the same pain
same
in different
pain.
ways.
Yeah,
Because
but
when you
like,
freeze to death, you literally like your limbs fall off, but you're still alive. Like,
but at
you
least
freeze.
you're
and
like,
it's a lot slower.
yeah,
too.
but it's like
Slower.
you're so numb. So you know how like you're so numb that you can't feel things. So it's like
I mean,
I think-
eventually,
But
I
it
think
could
the
be
outside-
a piercing, like, needle pain.
I know, but like at the
I
same
don't know which
time,
one it is.
I think the outside is numb, but I think when it gets in, like, to your inner skin, it like probably stings.
but if you think about like history and like prehistoric things that have been like fossilized because they've been frozen in ice, like mammoths and stuff, it's like you still have that. But if something's burned alive, you don't got much.
So you want to freeze
Like,
to death so that you become. a
I wanna
fossil?
freeze to death
I
so
don't
in the
think-
future people
I
are
don't
like,
think
oh my god, that's
people-
Doni
well, not
Tosh.
people. I don't think things can get frozen in ice as big as like a mammoth. I don't think.
No,
right?
yeah, it's
I don't
happened.
think we've ever found a
Yeah,
mammoth frozen, right?
yeah. because we've
I
had-
wouldn't know.
I don't
We've
know,
had to
but I'm-
we've had to extra like we could. I don't know. If
Excavate.
you know those mammoths in the zoo.
The
That's-
statues.
the plastic
Those
ones.
are
the
real.
elephants.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah, those are
came
elephants.
from
No,
ice.
what I'm saying is my sister, she's like works with
Yeah,
like,
the Parks
stuff
and
like that.
Recreation.
no, but like she's also like really super smart and she took a lot of science classes and they have found ways to like manipulate the DNA of like prehistoric animals to create that again.
I remember
kinda
reading about
like
something
Jurassic
that.
Park,
The dinosaurs, right?
But yeah, but like it's so illegal to do it.
Dude, I saw a tweet literally a couple days ago, and it was a quoted tweet from 2015, and the tweet in 2015 said, "We will be able to like recreate dinosaurs by 2020." And someone quoted it, and they were like, "Okay, where are they?"
Okay, but it's so illegal to the point where it's like
them to be.
you
Yeah, that was
we
soon.
that's something that you wouldn't. So say it's like, oh, we found this ancient sort of otter that it's like we can recreate it. Heck yeah, recreate the otter. But like,
No, that's an
Would-
invasive
would
that be-
species.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
say,
think
would that
that's
be-
good.
But at the same
Isn't that
time-
against?
but if you kept it in like a
What's
lab,
that called?
I don't
What's that
know
called? What is it against?
what.
Well, I was.
Moral code.
Moral code.
It's
Is that what it
ethically
is?
wrong.
Well, no, yeah, it's
Ethics.
ethically wrong.
Yes.
That's why they haven't done it. But I'm just saying, like, same thing with like self-driving cars. They have made them obviously, but like to fully self-drive without you even paying attention, it's illegal. They can't do
Oh yeah,
it.
you can't even like people do this, but like go on your phone while in a Tesla.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't.
You're not supposed to do that.
It's but you can do it.
I mean,
Mhm.
people still do it. You know.
Oh, I've seen people sleep at the wheel of a Tesla with passengers in the car for like a video.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not
seen
gonna
that.
name
I've
names,
seen
but
that
it's the same
too.
video. Yeah,
It's
probably.
David's done it.
Oh really?
Yeah, David Dobrik has done something like
Oh.
that. I'm
Well, no, he
pretty
was like
sure.
playing patty cake or something.
Yeah.
Like that, and
Yeah.
he was literally like looking.
I mean,
behind.
with the way that those systems work, it literally like it will stop for you, it will drive for you, it'll swerve for you, and get out of the way of those cars. So it's actually
But they
probably
have-
safer than
they have
human.
proof
Yeah.
that like there was a time that the Tesla was not stopping. They had it on camera,
Oh,
and they
dude,
were
yeah.
literally about to crash, and they had to.
manually
I
stop.
manually
think they
stop
probably
it.
fixed that though.
But,
now.
like, it's possible. Even Aaron's car does
Yeah,
it will
mine
keep you in the
self-drives.
lane.
What year is
Yeah,
that?
2020.
What year?
2020 Corolla.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that makes sense.
It makes long car rides Very, very easy.
What do you? It doesn't like swerve.
Doesn't swerve. It stays.
I'm gonna
in
be
the-
honest.
It
I don't
beeps
think
if
I
you
would
go
use
out.
it.
Dude,
I
yes,
said the
you
same
would.
thing.
If
My
you're like
friend
driving on a
Dude,
straight
I'm
road for
serious.
an hour, you'll use it.
I don't even use cruise control.
Dude, my friend
don't
Nitin has a
either.
Tesla, and I said the same. You know, he said the same thing. He's like, dude, I would never use self-driving. I've been in the car with him when we were going to like kind of like where's
so
Morongo Casino
convenient.
at? The desert. It's by
I don't know.
Palm
Have-
Springs. We were
yeah.
going to Palm Springs, and he just cruised there. And dude, it is one of the coolest things in the world being in a Tesla, because it's just like
And you don't have to do
hands-
anything.
he literally sits as if you're sitting on a bench waiting for like something to arrive. He just goes, and it steers.
That's insane.
I'm
And
telling
self-parking
you-
is next level, dude. Have you been in a car when it self-parks?
No.
I haven't been in one.
It makes
no.
me mad because I'm like I have to, you know, if you're parallel parking or like backing into a tight space, the Tesla, I guess, just mathematically like knows what to do. It goes,
Like, yeah,
I'm
the
telling
algorithm.
you, dude. I'm telling you. I was on like an 8-hour trip back from like Nevada because I did like a haunted podcast in Nevada. What do you call it? And literally the self-driving saved my life because I literally fell asleep for like 30 seconds.
I
I'm
thought
not
you were gonna say
kidding.
th-
No,
was
for like
a
30
gunman
seconds.
came up to the car and it offended me.
And I woke up because I've fallen asleep driving 3 times in total. And like 2 of them, I did not have a self-driving car, and I was terrified. Like I was like on a highway in like Texas, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. Ended up like what do you call it? It was like a really long car ride, and it got monotonous, and I just like
Sorry.
dozed for about like 20, 30 seconds, and I woke up and I was like,
That could
oh
have
my,
been bad.
oh my lord. This saved my life. I was
Yeah.
like, this thing literally saved my, because it kept me
Dude,
going straight
that's
and stopped me.
Crazy.
Eventually, we're gonna be at like an iRobot like style type of thing.
I'm
where
sorry,
everyone's
but-
just, like driving
Scariest
cars.
thing.
AI, it terrifies me.
Hey,
It's
we
so
were talking
horrifying.
about virtual reality
Okay,
recently.
yeah, I know.
But
how
at the same time, that's cool.
Maybe I take that back then, because I've always been one to be like when facial recognition came out, I was like, oh hell no,
Mm-hmm.
like no. But it's like, dude, when I
It's
like
so
just like
convenient.
look at my phone, it's just unlocked right there.
Oh,
And
you got
I
the new
can read
phone.
text. Yeah, I got that new phone.
Dude,
I
thank
just
God.
unlocked, and it's like I can read my text and stuff by just looking.
I still have an XR.
Yeah, I know.
But
It
that's,
does.
like,
But there are
convenient.
times, like for example, like I'll wear my hat too low and it just can't do it.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, I
you
was
know
in
when you're like
Target in the
when you're
mask.
when you're wearing your mask right now during quarantine, like it doesn't work.
Mine opens when I have sunglasses on, no matter what, though.
It's
So
gonna
pretty
end up
cool.
being-
You can redo it, right? Like to another, like a thumbprint, right? You can add another face. Is that
I don't
possible?
No.
know.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Yes,
Really?
you can. You can add a second face.
Maybe on these ones.
How many can you add?
Oh.
I don't know, but I know you can add a
You
second
can add
face.
5 thumbprints, I think, right?
I think you can add probably like 5.
I think
I
you
used to
can
have
add
Maggie's.
7.
I used to have Maggie's paw on my
It
phone.
worked?
Yeah, you just take her little thumb. And
Oh,
just
the
go.
skin
"Bing."
part.
Yeah, and
Oh.
you like the pad of her feet, and she could unlock my phone. She's done it a lot.
Dude, yeah, because it's like, should we be scared of that stuff? But I feel like, because it's like something cool comes out, like a self-driving Tesla, they're like, okay, we're gonna die in 10 years because they're gonna take over. But it's like, honestly,
I don't
humans
care.
are just making life way more convenient and giving us time to do other things.
I mean,
Yeah.
also the thing.
I feel like it's there's pros and cons to it. Like it's gonna be detrimental to us in ways that we might not even recognize. Like
Mhm.
for example, like I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I know that there are people that consume so much content that it's just numbing them. Like it's just completely numbing them
Mhm.
and their like way of life, where it's like, and on top of that, like people who are just so lazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Like people will literally sit in their bed and watch TV for hours and do nothing. Like when they first wake up and then before they
I
go
used
to
to
bed.
be able to do that, but I can't do that,
That was me
anymore.
when Skyrim came out. I played it for
Oh
probably
my
15
gosh, that
hours.
was my brother.
When I was in middle school, dude, I was playing Skyrim so much.
What was the first what do you guys think the first artificial intelligence thing was? That was like,
Siri? No?
well, like not like art. Okay, so let me rephrase. Like
I mean,
self-doing.
Self-doing. I remember, you guys remember in middle school when there was like apps, not Talking Tom, but apps that you could text, and very generally they could text you back.
Yeah.
You remember those?
Wait, what?
Yes,
it
I
was
do.
crazy.
Oh my god, I actually do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What was
A-
it called? Wasn't it like a duck? Or like the
I'm
avatar, like the
unless I'm wrong about this, because I made a whole video about like AI and it taking over the world,
Mhm.
basically. First of all, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like that AI is going to become so like strong. What?
There's a spider on the wall.
We will
oh,
get
that's
it
a
later.
quick ass one.
Would you
Um,
rather kill that spider or kill your parent?
She goes, my mom. And I'm like, Donnie, you just hate your mom. Come on, you just hate your mom.
No, I love my mommy.
More than Mackie.
But I'm pretty sure AI was created back in like the 1980s. It's like that far back. It's just
Really?
progressed like so much.
Probably computers doing math is AI, right?
Yeah, like
Or is it
like
all
a calculator. A
Well,
calculator would be like
or a
an
Google
AI.
search.
Like the very
Like
first,
the million results.
I'm not sure. I just know it was like back in like the
Interesting.
1980s because the internet was made back in like the 1960s, something like that. Something like crazy long time ago. No, 1990.
That's so crazy that we created
It was
the
like the
internet.
first
Was
Because in my
AI
head,
really
it's like
started in 1980 though?
I'm
Probably
not
with, like,
completely
terminal
I
sure.
don't
stuff, like the
think
green
so, bro.
text.
Look it up.
Yeah.
No, because that's coding. That's
Coding?
Humans
coding.
made-
Coding is completely is different, but at the same time, AI is just codes.
No, but AI
Was
learns.
AI
But, like,
made.
It's an
It
artificial It literally is intelligent and it can
1955.
learn.
1955.
1955
Is when AI started.
It was
Yeah.
literally called Donnie Alex AI.
Yeah, 1955. I was like, I know it was a long.
We just
time
go.
ago.
Donnie and I just go.
They just
yeah, we're
shut down.
It's
start
just,
malfunctioning.
it was very like just like it was the same way like the Atari was like super rudimentary. And now we have like stuff like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 and all
the
that kind of
Connect,
stuff.
the
And the
Connect.
Connect and everything.
It was, dude. It was like the. You guys remember? Did you ever play Fallout? You guys
Yeah,
play-
yeah.
absolutely.
You know those terminals that it's like simple, like.
Mhm.
It was probably like that. They could teach a computer how to do its, like how to reply to you, but it's not really a computer replying to you, right? It's a bunch of algorithmic things we
It's
put in the very beginning.
That's why Siri can only respond to certain things. Like she's learning, and they're programming her to like. If you say, "Hey Siri, tell me a joke," she can tell more than one. But it's like now it's like if you say something that she literally does not understand, she'll be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Like I'm sorry, I don't know
It would
what."
be the scariest thing if like it got to a point in like our lives with AI where when you ask Siri to tell you a joke, it was like actually funny.
Yeah.
Like it was
I don't
funnier
know.
than some of your friends.
At
Like,
that
would
point,
be
I don't
weird.
know, man. I wouldn't really like
Tell
that.
me a joke, and she makes me like almost pee.
Or do you guys
It's
remember
like-
when that trend came out where Siri was like,
Screw
Or
you,
like when a
Preston.
little pee comes out, like when you laugh so hard and you're like, oh damn, like it doesn't look like I peed,
Dude,
but like
honestly,
I could
that-
tell I peed.
That has never happened to me.
You've never peed from laughing?
No.
What?
I've never been able to relate to that, and I
Damn.
feel like a lot of girls do that, but I've never done that.
Dude, I peed from laughing one time. It was with Nitin, and I can't remember the joke, but it was probably one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
the only thing that I'm thinking of right now during this whole conversation is a Roomba. That's it.
Those are
That's
the
all I could
cutest little
think.
things.
I
They
know.
do such a good job. They don't
I
hurt
feel
anyone.
like they don't do that good of a job.
I've actually never had one. Plus, they're round and walls are.
Have you ever seen cats
flat.
just sit
I
on
don't like
them?
Roombas.
When cats just sit on like
They
roll
use
on the
them?
Roomba. Oh,
That's
Move
TikTok
me.
worthy.
Seventh. The day we make something that's like a personal assistant, technology-wise, and can think and all that stuff, it's gonna be those stupid people.
There are some already made.
The people that are gonna be like, it's gonna get to a point where people are like, we can't use them as like assistants and like like all that.
Oh,
Like,
because
that's
they
not
have
fair.
rights.
They have rights. I feel
Just-
like in the movies, Hollywood overplays it and stuff because you're like, oh, stupid people in the world that destroy the world. In real life, I think it would obviously only be the scientists, engineers, and all that wouldn't allow that to happen.
The thing about it is
Well-
they are allowing it right now because no one's regulating it. They're just making AI, and they're literally having people that can think. It is scary.
I mean
There
the
is,
negative, like when they can like hurt people.
I'm telling you,
Dude.
It's scary because I did a lot of research on it because I made a video about it. They have had like these AI, this girl, and there's this girl and guy AI, like they
Ex
really have
Machina?
genders.
sorry.
No, but like literally they have been like, I want to kill all humans at one point and said something
See,
really
they say
sketchy.
that I saw it was the girl, right?
Yeah.
I saw it was like on a live thing.
And there's Sarah, right?
Or something, and they asked her a question, and she said like all humans, or yes to a question of do you want to like what do you want to kill, or do you want to kill?
No. She literally said it would be awesome to kill all humans and blah blah blah. You can watch my video and
So
you'll
for
see
example,
it,
it's like, but they don't. These machines, I don't think ever could be able to. They could be programmed to say things to certain words and key phrases and tone, but they could never have emotion.
I
You
don't
know what's
think-
crazy?
I don't
It's
think
not
they can
emotion,
learn. I
it's-
don't
it's
think that they could
calculated
learn.
thinking.
No, they can learn.
But like,
Yes.
That's what AI is.
I don't-
no,
but
but
no,
I
I
think
get what
it's
you're
just
saying.
I
I
think
get what
it's
you're
just
saying.
responding to certain
We
things.
type in everything it can do,
Yeah.
or possible things it can combine to do one thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they can ever choose something for themselves, but they can use what we gave them to make a decision.
Dude,
based on
I
what
think
they
they.
were
You know what's crazy? This is like I literally just thought
Oh.
of this right now. So just imagine like
given.
the AI right now, like the Sarah or whatever her name is that was on Jimmy Fallon and whatnot, are so smart that they're plain dumb.
Buddy.
Just imagine that. I literally just thought of that. What if they're so smart that they're just plain dumb?
Like they calculated every
Yes.
outcome that could have happened, and they're like,
Like
we
a
will be
chess
successful
match, dude.
if we play dumb from 2020 to 2030. In 2031, when they do something, it's like,
Yeah,
Right.
they're like, what if they're like ready and they're just like, oh, we're just messing with them. Like people are gonna be like, oh, they're just programmed. Like Preston's saying right now
Yeah.
because
It's
we
like
can hear him
aliens.
because
If
he's part of a
Robots are
I
aliens.
think we should always make them have batteries
like parameters or something, but
for
like
life instead of food and water.
if Elon Musk, the thing about it is if Elon Musk is right, and which he probably is, he's a very smart person.
Simulation.
It's getting to the point. Well, yeah, probably a simulation too, but it's getting to the point where they're going to like basically be like smarter than us and taking control. Because like even if they only need batteries, they're going to be able to make themselves. They're going to produce themselves without batteries.
Well, this phone is literally capable, like knowledge-wise, of doing anything probably than every human on Earth combined in about 2 seconds.
Well, do you think so? Humans, if you really think about it, like scientifically, are just a bunch of programs and stuff.
True.
If like
we
created,
are taught.
like we learn, we can teach others, but like our
The
brain.
difference is computers can't forget.
But yeah, but
They
it's
have
like
storage.
our brain. We have storage too in our hippocampus where our memories are. But it's like
That was
We
so
for-
smart, by the way. That whole sentence that just came out. We have.
We
I'm like,
we
oh.
also have
Well, the
storage too
the
in our
hippocampus is
hippopotamus.
like
In our
up here.
hippopotamus, in the hippos, we have.
Like
And
it's in this part of your head, and it's like some people's are bigger than others, so they can hold more information. So that's why Einstein's head was so freaking massive.
Like Buddy's is so small, Maggie's is so small.
Speaking of like brain size, sperm whales. Have you guys done any research or any top 10
Every
facts?
night.
No, seriously, have you about sperm whales?
No, dude. Why the f- do I care?
No, dude, this is next level. Listen, this is crazy. So sperm whales are the biggest and loudest creatures on Earth ever.
I believe it. They're huge.
Wait, I thought that was the blue whale.
Well, the blue whale is a bigger.
The blue
I
whale is
thought
the
that too.
Wait.
Yeah, blue whale's
Wait,
It
now
was
I'm-
something about sperm whales. Oh, you know, maybe they're the second biggest, but
Maybe they have the
I know
biggest
they're the
sperm.
loudest, but probably
yeah,
second biggest.
because the blue whale.
Are blue whales extinct?
Their swimmers
No.
are nuts.
Because their sperm whales are
Blue
extinct
whales?
except for two types of sperm whales.
Blue whales are not extinct. I
Yes,
mean, they're
but-
going extinct,
but-
but like they're massive.
So sperm whales, dude. This scientist was like, "Oh, they're the loudest creature." He showed me a video, and they had to like lower the decibel in the video, and it paralyzed the divers by being around the call of a sperm whale. And sperm whales can talk to each other via not echolocation, but the clicking.
yeah,
They do.
They
from
click.
across the world, hundreds of thousands of miles. That is factual. I'm serious. And sperm whales in their brains have what humans have for emotion, like communication, trust, and one other thing.
Where did you hear this from?
A YouTube video, a marine biologist telling us about sperm whales and why
Dude.
what I'm about to say is going to
He
blow
goes,
your mind.
How
Ready?
A
deep was your
YouTuber, his name
search
is
in
Blaze
Utah?
6499. I'm like, what?
And it was a 13.
Yeah, how deep was your search in YouTube
No,
for you to get
it
to
was-
the point
it
of
was-
sperm whales?
Because I was watching this like Sea of Thieves video game gameplay of a kraken, and then under that it was like a sperm whale. So
I see you.
seriously,
See if this is pretty fun.
dude,
Yes.
literally, they're saying, oh, because sperm whales also communicate in big groups, and you can tell they are communicating. And with humans, they try to communicate, and they are not aggressive. They're aggressive and unresponsive to robot machines, like submarines and everything. So the only way to study close-up sperm whales is in person. I don't know
But
if
why
knew
would
that.
you go so close if you're gonna get paralyzed from the
Because it's
freaking
only
sound?
if they talk. Which
So you
So
have
just
to-
have to hope
There's-
to
there's
God they
special-
don't speak.
They got paralyzed for like 14 hours. or
Oh,
something.
oh,
It
oh,
was
oh.
like they have special
Oh.
equipment. They didn't know this at the time.
I thought you just meant like
No. There's
It broke
special
their neck.
Yeah,
equipment.
they
But it can, if you get close enough, you have to keep a distance, because if you get close enough, he said it can vibrate your body to death. That's how loud these are. And that no one knows how you would die from that.
You ever been at a heavy metal concert? That's even
like when
horrible.
your chest pounds, it would go like boop, and it would
Oh.
crush you. It's weird. Now,
But they don't mean any harm.
and
They're
also
just like,
sperm
"Hi."
whales, dude, are live right now, have insane scars on them. Because they go to the almost not the bottom of the ocean, but the depths of the ocean where we have never been to,
oh
and that's how they hunt, echolocation. So now what I was going to say, what the scientist said that was insane, was he literally thinks sperm whales literally are like us, but we don't know what they're saying. Like, why are we always talking about aliens? and like, oh my god, if
And
there's
there's
other
sperm whales.
there's sperm whales, there's crickets, there's literally dogs.
There's
There's like elephants. Elephants have the same thing. Like elephants can't forget stuff, and they have emotion, and they can do skills. Like you can teach an elephant how to freaking paint.
Does
like
an elephant not look like an alien? Like if
it's-
you actually think about what an elephant looks like.
no,
the
I
hell
think
does that look
But
like?
what is an alien?
I
you
think
know?
I
Exactly.
think like
so it's
certain
like, what if we live with them?
like
What if
certain
we are
species,
the aliens?
What if there are no aliens anywhere because they're all on Earth?
Technically,
Wouldn't that
there
be
is
so
no
weird?
such. I feel like there's.
There's
is this stupid? There's like no such thing as an alien. It's just like
Not
Well,
yet.
there.
it's
I mean,
it's
there's
like
no,
us being like accents.
There's no straight
you know?
thing of an alien.
Everyone's
it's
their
just a
own
different
selves, and
species.
everyone
There's no
else
such
is
thing as
gonna
an
be
alien
like.
'cause we are the aliens.
It's just a different
dogs are
species.
aliens.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
species.
Yeah.
But it's
I
like
think it means not of this Earth.
yeah, it's a species of
Yeah.
not of this earth. Basically, that's what their idea is.
So it's
Because
like
they
UFO.
look like the obviously there's like 3 types of aliens. There's like the greys and the reptilians, and
I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking
so
about.
it's like
The
there's
grays,
there's
the tall grays,
the grays are the most
tall
known
whites.
ones.
Yep.
I've
but,
heard
like-
of that
I've
too.
heard of that too.
People
So
who
you
like
know how we were watching
die and
Dark
come
Skies
back.
the other night?
Yeah.
Aaron and I were watching Dark Skies. Those facts were like actual facts that you see on like Ancient Aliens, because my mom and I used to watch it all the time. Hi,
I
Mom.
love that show.
But like, it's so interesting to hear like all of this stuff. But then again, like every single day, we are finding more and more and more about like our own Earth, and like the ocean's like our world is 72% water. So
we
it's
don't
like
know what's at the bottom of the ocean still.
like the Marianas Trench.
Still.
How like what if have you ever seen the Megalodon movie? Like the
Not
new
yet.
one, the Meg.
No.
So there's the scene in this
I
movie
have.
where they go down into the Marianas Trench with like certain equipment. Obviously, it's in the future, but
There's
it's like
a mist.
it's not sand at the bottom. It's a mist, and they go through it and they enter this new world. So it's
Oh, that's
basically
actually
sick.
sick.
it's basically it makes you think like, is that how it is? And they just are trying
And
to
it's funny
tell
'cause
us
they're
through a
not
movie.
wrong.
Yeah, it's, we
We've
have no
never been
idea.
there.
We have no idea.
We can't get there.
And the way that the Megalodon came up is because Megalodons were a prehistoric
Oh,
shark.
we have jaws of them, right?
Yeah,
bones?
and they're massive, and it's like they went extinct. But at the same time, like, how do we know they've been extinct if we haven't searched every single part of the ocean?
Mhm.
And so it's like that's where the Megalodon was in that mist, in below the ocean, basically, and because the reason why the Megalodon couldn't come up from that is because the temperature change in the water, it would kill him. Like how you change like a goldfish's water, you have to make sure
If we
they
jumped in
do it
freezing
right.
cold water from being in a jacuzzi, we would die too.
we would die. But
Yeah.
it's like the reason why the Megalodon was able to come up is because the rush of the submarine coming back up broke that barrier, and so the water
like, let-
transferred. But you know how like the Atlantic Ocean and the Arctic Ocean, they can't mix. So it's
I've
like
seen that with the like. Some
it's two
oceans, too.
different.
It's like a light blue and a
it's
dark
yeah,
blue.
it's two different oceans. They can't mix because of certain just like densities and everything and all this stuff.
salt levels.
Yeah, it's just it's so crazy.
That's
But
very
I'm just saying, like, at the same time, someone would have to seen something somewhere in order to create that type of thing. It's
So-
like it not like CGI movies where it's like drawn and stuff like that, but it's like the idea of certain things. I feel like most movies are dreams because people are like, what the heck? Like your dream
Yeah.
that you had.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna
say
spoil
it,
because I
but
want
it's
to turn
like-
into a movie one day.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say to like all the alien stuff and everything is like I know someone who's like their like uncle was like the dude who like ratted on Area 51 and now like hides away from like
Oh,
like
yeah.
the FBI and stuff because aliens are real and UFOs are a real thing. And he was a whistleblower on
We're
like the
filming.
FBI on like government like stuff. He was a whistleblower and like came to like there was like one movie that was like released that was like based on like him being like the whistleblower.
It wasn't Snowden, was it?
I can't remember.
Because that wasn't Area 51 actually.
It was Snowden. Well, it was about Area 51, and he was like an engineer there or something. And yeah, and so he was a whistleblower, and like all that stuff ended up being real. Like UFOs ended up being real.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You
there's
know?
so many sightings all over the world. It's like,
The Roswell
how?
one really got me.
what's the Roswell one?
So Roswell, to sum it all up, New Mexico
Mm-hmm.
crash. Farmer reported it. They said it was a weather balloon. They showed pictures of the weather balloon and all that.
Oh,
Like 6 years later, it literally came out that they faked the pictures. They set up a weather balloon, took the pictures, posted them. They were fake.
yeah.
And the scientist who like touched the metal, he said it was like you couldn't bend it, you couldn't hit it with a
Unearthly.
sledgehammer,
Yeah.
but it weighed as like a feather.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
it's
hell?
like
Roswell, and that's real. At
It-
least the quote. You need to
It's
watch
like-
it. The BuzzFeed people did a unsolved on
Oh
it,
yeah.
and they tell you everything.
Lauren
It's
watches that a
amazing.
lot.
it's so
Amazing.
crazy. It's just like like there's so many occurrences that happen all over the world, and it's like of people who have never met, have people who don't even have like TV or any way to even think of this, like in like third world countries, where it's like they see the same thing that people in our country see.
Like back in time with like the Mayans, there'd be a symbol carved, and across the world there'd be the same symbol.
Yeah,
the Mayans are a whole nother story in terms of the
pyramids.
The Mayans, like we think that like some people think the Mayans actually are still alive today. They're just under the ground.
I've heard of that. The what is it called? Not the underworld, but
that's
like
a big theory right there.
The inner earth.
The inner earth is like hollow. The inner
inside
of the earth is hollow.
It's hollow.
There was two and this one's crazy actually. There were two kids. This is a real real thing. Two kids that were like back in the 1600s that apparently came from the inside of the earth. They found their way out, and they were completely green. They were called like the green kids of like Norway or something like that.
I heard something about that.
Because I told you.
So those are aliens.
And so like no, they like the thing is they weren't aliens. They were like, we have never seen the sunlight because we came from inside the earth.
Yeah, so it's like animals in like the deep dark ocean. It's like they've never seen the sun, so they've adapted to how it is in the dark.
It's like a real like
I want to know about this.
It's like I'll Google it for you like later, like after the podcast. But it's called like the Green Kids of like Norway or something like that. And,
dude, what?
It's like crazy.
That's actually wild. That's actually wild.
But dude, like literally,
if that's real, that's wild.
Growing up in school, so Antarctica, you guys have all heard conspiracies about it. Like,
wait, no.
There's like alien conspiracies,
like you can't go
military
there.
conspiracies, but there's like something in Antarctica that like no one can. You can't go there
because you can't fly over.
You can't
there's permitted areas.
Oh yeah, like you can't fly over the North Pole, so it's like that's where Santa is.
And we can't live there.
It's because Santa's there.
No, but like actually, there's like. It's like that, and it's like growing up as kids, you learn that the Earth has like a hot core. It's like magma, and then there's the crust, and you know all that shit. It's like
how do we know that?
How do we know that?
We've only drilled a certain.
Obviously, it's probably true.
Yeah.
But I'm only saying that because I would have been told.
Well, the thing about that too is like if the Earth was like hot from the inside out, then why do we need our heat from the sun?
Exactly.
I think we would definitely need the sun.
Well, there's a lot of things, and now I feel like
do you think
goddamn flat earther. But it's like there are things where.
Welcome back to the Flat Earth podcast.
I don't think the Earth is flat, but it's like to the people that think there's an inner Earth, but genuinely think that, dude, you're not wrong. Like,
I mean, there is an inner
like journey
Earth.
to the center of the Earth.
There's
Where
caves.
the heck did that idea come from?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you can't tell them they're wrong. Because they're factually wrong based off of the information we know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like
truthfully, we have no idea.
You have never been to the center of the Earth, nor could you go. You could not get to the center of the Earth.
Same thing with like people saying like, oh, I mean, like obviously astronauts, they're real rockets. Like people have entered space because like space is like a thing, but it's at the same time. I personally have never been into space, so it's like.
Really?
You're supposed to go when you're in second grade.
Yeah. That was like a field trip that we took.
You legally have to go before you're 18.
No, but I'm just saying like. There's so many things that's like we've been taught and like morphed into. It's the same thing with religion. It's like we've been taught to believe a certain thing, and it's like in school we've been taught by books and all this stuff. But every single time we've discovered new things, the new book is like, yes, of course.
That's the best.
I'm convinced that I am the Truman person. And
dang it, because I am too, and now I know you're an actor telling me that, so I don't feel alone. God, she has like a mic right now. Keep laughing. Keep laughing. Adjust your hat.
These are actually fake walls, and every time we enter our room,
this is like a mic to the show.
Yeah.
But like you guys, as the writers for the show, created podcasts. Where the people in this town, like, dude,
we're in a show within a show right now.
That's literally, dude. Like the Truman Show is one of my favorite movies, top 3. But it's so cool because it's like.
Jim Carrey's the best.
How would he know? Like that? Yeah, God damn it! You guys could be actors right now, and I could be. They're like. Oh,
I'll tell you right now.
It's just
learning.
crazy.
I'm not.
I'll tell you.
Of course, I'm not. Of course.
I'm not an actor, Preston.
I am an actor. I'm SAG-AFTRA.
I'm a SAG-AFTRA.
His real name's actually Arthur.
Arthur.
He comes in
the
with
actor.
Like a name tag.
But what do you call it? Like,
You're like who?
That's a movie we should have watched tonight.
I think that is going to be it for the podcast, though. Guys, don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. The table's right over there.
Table's over there.
It's just, but anyways, though, guys, that is going to be it. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. Go to ryzaclothing.com if you want to go buy some merch and support the house.
Your letter.
Oh yeah,
you didn't do a letter last time.
I forgot to do it last time. Why Why?
Okay, why?
Why?
So we're gonna know what that means one day.
When
What do you
AI
call it?
takes over.
And thank you guys for listening and watching and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll catch you later.
Thanks for listening.
Adios.
We'll catch you later.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. We're actually based in the UK. Just kidding. Bye.